Welcome to the news headlines. I'm teacher Joseph here in the UK, and it's the 14th of July 2025. Extreme weather is the UK's new normal, says the Department of the government that looks after the weather, the Met Office. Southend Airport, an airport in the southern part of the UK, is to remain closed after a fireball plane crash of a private jet headed to the Netherlands. The BBC uncovers practices by estate agents which have been described as just appalling, where they place commission over ethics. The post office could be owned by its workers, the government says, in another attempt to separate itself from the scandal which saw many post office workers going to prison on false charges. Donald Trump will be hosted by the King at Windsor during his second state visit to the UK. And we're going to read that story now. Donald Trump has formally accepted an invitation from King Charles III to join him and Queen Camilla for an unprecedented second state visit. The US president will be accompanied by his wife Melania Trump, and it will take place from the 17th to the 19th of September, and he will stay at Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle is the usual venue for these kinds of visits as Buckingham Palace continues to undergo renovations. Trump was already hosted by Queen Elizabeth on his first state visit in 2019. Traditionally, second-term presidents don't get the chance to have a second state visit, and they're usually invited for tea with the monarch. However, there appears to be an exception in the case of Donald Trump. All senior members of the royal family will be involved, including Prince William and his wife, the Princess of Wales, who live on the grounds of the castle. French President Emmanuel Macron was hosted by the King last week, the first time that a state visit has been held in the Berkshire residence, Windsor Castle, while Buckingham Palace undergoes its renovations. During his 2019 visit, there was no procession along the Mall when Trump first arrived, and he was instead flown between locations. It's unclear also in this occasion whether Trump will be given permission to speak to Parliament. The state visit will come several months after the King visited Canada, where he marked the official start of Prime Minister Mark Carney's leadership. And it was viewed as a symbol of support for Canada. Speaking in April, Trump said, "I'm a friend of Charles. I have great respect for King Charles and the family. William, we have really just a great respect for the family." And he went on to praise William and his wife. The US president is expected to be in Scotland later this month for the opening of his new golf course in Aberdeenshire. It had initially been thought that the King and Trump would meet informally, but it's understood there are logistical challenges surrounding security and general operations so there'll be no private meeting ahead of his September visit. And that ends the news headlines for today, the 14th of July 2025. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. That lets me know that you liked it, and I'll do more news headlines for you. That's it from me, Teacher Joseph here in the UK. Bye for now.